Alrighty, y'all. So, we are out here getting our walk done. And for the first time in 4 or 5 days, it's actually sunny out. It's pretty nice. Getting that sun on your face, on your body, is a good feeling, man. Makes you feel like your batteries are charging. If that makes sense. Topping that fuel tank off. Getting those precious vitamins from the sun, which sounds kind of funny, but it's a real thing. And something like, how you doing today? It's something like 60% or something ridiculous like that of Americans don't get at least 15 minutes of sunlight, which is what is like the bare minimum necessity. So it's interesting how that kind of works. But people who get more sunlight, I mean, obviously, if you're out in the sun so long and getting sunburnt and all that stuff, it's detrimental to your skin health. But that's a different topic. But humans need sunlight. Helps with your mental and helps with your physical. So if you're not going out in the sun, get out there. What are you doing? You're wasting fucking the world's beauty. But yesterday was arm day, and man, my biceps are cooked. If I curl my arm and squeeze really hard, it will instantly make them cramp. So that was very effective arm day yesterday. Today we got legs. We are a bit sore from back day, so I don't know if that's going to affect the squats any, since we are trying to correct our squat from giving us lower back pain and increased mobility, things like that. So we will find out. Nice thing is, our squat day is not incredibly heavy, except for basically the last 6 reps that we're doing. So that is a plus. But I'm back at the house now. So, and the neighbor's out here mowing the lawn. So we will have you guys catch back up with me when we get into the gym to do leg day. Today's leg day. We went ahead and warmed up with 95, 135, 155. Put 185 on the bar, and we did our 4 reps there. We're supposed to move up to 225 for 2 reps, again like we did last week. But 185 today just feels insanely heavy. My glutes and my hamstrings feel super tight. So I am not going to go ahead and move up in weight again. So I'm just going to hit one more set of 185 for the 2 reps that should be 225. 1, to avoid an injury. We don't need to pull or tear something. There's no reason for that. 2, if it just feels heavy, like you can either, work up to the point of like, it's heavy, I'm just going to call it done there. Or, you can leave the weight lighter and do your last couple sets or last set that you're supposed to do at the heavier weight. It's okay. You're still in here and you're still getting a stimulus into the muscle. Some weeks and some days, you're just not going to have the most motivation, you're not going to have the most energy, and you're just not going to be able to push the same weight that you might have done just 5 days ago. It is what it is. I know I slept kind of bad last night. I did also just do deadlifts 2 days ago, so my glutes and hams might still just be a little sore from that, and I haven't been doing them. So that's an extra stressor that I haven't been dealing with until this week. So because of that, I may not be able to squat 225 on my leg day now for a couple of weeks, just because now my body has to readjust to being able to deadlift and then still be a little sore and tender and then squat. That could be all it is, I don't know yet. So we got to go into next week, see how everything goes, and move on from there. So I'm going to go ahead and hit 2 more reps here at 185, which they're going to be hard and struggle, but I'm going to take them nice and slow. So that way I am getting the big stimulus that I'm looking for still. It's just without as much load. So there's always something you can do to work around your training program. And I'm also trying to get used to having just the bar sit on my back. It's still not comfortable at all, so. Man, those just feel extra heavy this week. So, it is what it is, but we just kind of move through it and move on. So now we're going to go into doing hack squats with our feet fairly close, pretty close to us on the plate. So that way we can get a little more quad emphasis going, and to start working on some ankle and knee mobility with the knees traveling past the toes. So that's what we're currently working on. But you know, today's just lacking motivation and that drive. And apparently we're still a little sore and not completely recovered. So we're gonna do as much as we can here. So I'm gonna go ahead and get set up to do hack squats, probably just 110 pounds like we did last week. And I'm thinking 5 sets of 8. So let me get those set up, and I'll bring you back. All right, so got 110 pounds on here. We're gonna go ahead and do 5 sets of 8 for hack squats. Really get that quad focus going with the feet being pretty close, as well as kind of close-ish down on the plate here. So that way we can get a lot more quad emphasis. Ooh. Whew. Man, those feel rough already. But we'll get through them, and then we'll go ahead and we'll move on. So let me get these done, and then I'll bring you guys along for the next movement. So today we're going to go ahead and knock out some vertical leg presses. Now that we're done with hack squats and Smith squats, we're going to do these just at 145 pounds, and we're again shooting for just 5 sets of 8. So, those get, with the feet being fairly wide, toes a little pointed out, being tucked up underneath it. It helps to get into and focus the hamstrings and glutes a little more than quad focused for that type of press. It actually felt kind of good to load and stretch the hamstrings a little bit since they're kind of tight. So it's going to be a benefit, but man, they're going to be sore tomorrow now. Well, a lot more sore. But it is what it is. So I'm going to go ahead and knock out 4 more sets of those, and then I'm going to go ahead and move on to the next thing. I'll bring you along for that. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and do standing calf raises. We're going to superset those with cable crunches, both for 5 sets. We're looking at 20 reps on here, 10 to 15 reps for that, and this will be the last thing we end up doing today. So let's go ahead and get these things knocked out here. Ooh. Woo! Man, oh man. So, we are currently on day 86. So we've got 87, 88, 89, 4 more days. And then we're at 90-day mark. We're getting there. So 90 day, we're going to go ahead and do a physique update on that day. We'll talk about like what I've done over the last 90 days, what I've changed in my training, and how I'm currently training and have the program set up and why, and what we're working towards. And then update on weight, where we started, where we are now, body fat percentage, where we were when we started and where we are now, according to my smartwatch. So we'll take that number with a grain of salt. Obviously, you know, they're supposed to be accurate enough, you know, to be within a couple tenths of a percent. So we'll see what that thing says. And then I think I'm going to take a rest day finally. So as of right now, I'm 86 days in with no rest days. I haven't missed a day. I haven't missed a cardio session. Nothing. So it has been very rough, definitely, for the last, like, I'd say last 14 days, maybe a little longer, 18, 19 days, somewhere in there, to stay motivated. My body definitely feels very drained and depleted, mostly because I've been in what I'm pretty sure is a deficit this whole time, because I mean I've been losing weight and body fat. But anyways, with that, make sure you guys are out there, you're getting your stuff done, you're working towards your goals. Most of all, don't be a lazy fuck.